Thank you all for joining. This is Om Prakash Nakka, and Atmiya is a Atmiya community organization and pure non-profit organization in the US serving the Atmiya community globally. I would like to invite Atmiya new executive president for 2024-25, Vijay Ramsetti. He is recently elected as a president of organization. He'll give a small intro about Atmiya organization, a non-profit and its mission and vision and its services. Vijay Ramsetti, welcome to the Atmiya immigration best call. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Om. Thank you, everyone, and good morning, everyone, and good evening to the people who joined from India, if there are any. So, thank you, the immigration and best team for facilitating today's call. Um, Coming back to Atmiya. Atmiya is a global non-profit organization. We primarily focus on key. Okay, if you are not, yeah, please go on mute, Andy. Yeah, okay, thank you. So Atmiya is primarily focused on empowering our members through fabric services. When we say fabric, we are talking about fire. Which is nothing but empowering our users, our members with financial education, and then help them plan their retirement, and then help them out in their financial planning and their other financial resources. How to make use of their best available wealth resources, and also wealth creation, and along with wealth management techniques and and plans. Uh, Also, we have other vertical called best, which is primarily focused on entrepreneurial thing. We help our members who want to become entrepreneurs in any of the verticals, whether it could be in consulting or a new restaurant business, or maybe a real estate business, or it could be maybe starting a new accounting firm, or it could be anything. And I highly encourage all the members to come out of their comfort zone and then start planning to think like an entrepreneur. So, come out of your comfort zone and think, what you can add more value, or this is all like additional add-ons. So you definitely want to focus more on members becoming entrepreneurs. Our goal is to have at least like 50 to 100 entrepreneurs from Atmiya community this year. So that's our goal. So, and we also have immigration, which was led by Om last year, and then this year I think a few others are already contributing. We'll share the details with you in the next week or so with the full-fledged team for immigration team. Immigration, we primarily focus on your status, and helping you with all the the new laws and policies that were dictated by USCIS and other state agencies. So ideally, this is one important and key vertical that help you stay or maintain your status, in the right way. So I know there are a lot of challenges. Most of us on the call, or most of us, we deal with immigration laws and policies every now and then. So it's always very important. The laws and policies change every now and then. Especially with the new modernization law that is coming into effect, there's a lot of attention in this area, and I'm pretty sure there is much more efforts from our side, from the community side, to help our members, especially on the immigration front. We also have ASRA, which is primarily, helping to provide the necessary services for the incoming MS students from India, from and all over the place. So ideally, this service is primarily motivated, or it will help in the community members who are coming from other countries to US for the first time, for doing their masters or doing their bachelors. So this specific vertical will help collaboration between the members and also the existing people who are already here, to provide necessary accommodation, help them plan for their stay, and then for their financial planning, along with other airport pickups, providing them necessary guidance in terms of getting planning for their OPTs or CPTs, or getting on campus jobs and other things. So we also have BUDS, which is also primarily helping the students here who are within US, or kids who are who are looking for a proper planning and guidance in terms of getting into the college and undergrad courses, which I think that key element is missing in our community. There's not much education that is available, and a lot of parents are busy with their activities. So we highly encourage the parents to spend time and then also understand what are the different possibilities and available curriculum that can enrich our kids. This is very important. This is very important. We always have to plan for our kids' future. And I highly encourage all the family, all the both mom and dads, to spend time and then put your head into these bud sessions that we are doing, and also reach out to the people who have successfully planned their careers for their kids. So take the guidance and help us out, help you also yourself, by understanding or getting the necessary language and necessary education. So, apart from this, we also have community affairs where we primarily target helping our members, with bonding and with cultural events, both in India and also here in US. Ideally, these are primarily targeted to empower our members, stay connected, which will bring in more harmony and elevate the community through networking. So, and also we have other few other services under the community affairs. We have one key important service that is apart from this fabric, which is called Atmiya Fact. Fact is a separate program that would enable our members to sponsor a program of their choice. This specific program will help you to implement a project or execute a project under Atmiya's guidance, and you can be a key proponent in the execution side. You can decide, or you can help us, share your logistics with us, along with the donation. And Atmiya, and along with the members, we will help you execute the project, by staying with you or by the side of you. So ideally, it's like a joint collaboration with Atmiya and the sponsored member for fact. And this is definitely one of the interesting programs that we started on Atmiya, and I highly encourage all the entrepreneurs who are on the call to look into this and help us out, and help your village or your initiatives that you have been thinking to do for the long time. So it could be like, facilitating a water supply during summer, or it could be maybe, building a water tank, or, building a high school, or maybe a middle school, or probably, elementary school in your village, or XYZ. There are many things that we can do that the members can think of what they can contribute back to the community and to your village, or to your parents, or in anything. It could be, building a old age home to help people who are disregarded. So yeah, there are a lot of ideas on that front. More than happy to share, and you can reach out to Om or myself or Venkat and other executive team, and our board members to for more information on this. I'll stop here about Atmiya. End of the day, Atmiya is all about empowerment. We want our members stand first. We want our members to take maximum mileage out of these sessions. Especially these sessions are priceless to me. There's so much effort that goes behind the scenes, and we want all the members to take advantage. And ideally, I request, I wanted to thank all the executive team, the members, the board members, board, and then the newly elected our service directors, including fire, best, immigration, ASRA, BUDS, communications. Again, I want to highlight one person, Shashank, who is also our media and communication chair, for doing a phenomenal job. Thank you, Shashank. And with that, I have a few more announcements. I'll just close in a couple of minutes. Um, we have a newly elected team for this term, and I congratulations to all the board members and board chair. Venkat Irumadigar has been elected as the board chair. Congratulations, Venkat. And then we also have Om Prakash Nakka, who is elected to the board from the mega donor category. So congratulations, Om Garu. And we also have chapter presidents. I congratulate all the chapter presidents who are elected for this term. and looking forward to working with you. And then they're also helping me in identifying building the executive team. Thanks to all the board members and the chapter presidents. And coming back to the service directors and the national directors, we have Jay Chimata, who is going to be our fire director, national director. And we have Hari Korgal Garu, who is our best chair, who will be leading all related activities towards best. And for Asara, Teja Konapreti Garu, he will be leading Asara. And Shashank will be our national communications and media chair. And if, I think, yeah, and I have a few more announcements real quick. Ramesh Nainal Garu will be the general secretary for Atmiya for this term. And we also have Anand Chikala Garu, who will be our membership committee chair for this term. So I'll stop here, Andy. Again, for coming back to today's call. I wanted to thank the best team and also the immigration team, Harini Garu and Sunil Padiwada Garu, for putting in all the time and effort, along with Jay Chimuta and Shashank and Om Garu, for bringing in all the employers. This is very important because I think the connection between employers and employees for the H1B cap 2025 is very much needed. And I see a lot of people, a lot of our members within our community who are looking for help and who always want to make their dreams come true by coming to US. So, I highly encourage all the members to give a preference to our employers within our community. And then, so it's like, handshake between the employers and our employees. At the same time, I request the employers to take care of our members in the most amicable manner. And then I also want to thank Raj Bursu Garu and Chaitanya Setti Garu for putting together today's call. Thank you, Andy, and a special thanks to Om for bringing in Kavitha Akula Garu, who is the founder and managing attorney at Akula Akula Associates, Akula Law Associates. So yeah, thank you, Kavitha Garu, for taking time, and we really appreciate all your time and efforts and your affection towards the community. Thank you. Thank you, Om, and thank you, Raj and Chaitanya Garu.
Yeah, thank you, President Vijay Ramsetti, for giving the Atmiya mission and vision for the community. We don't want to take too much time. Our attorney, our community attorney, she's helping our community for last 20 years. She's an attorney based out of Dallas, Texas. Kavitha Kalagaru, she's here, and she will talk about what are the changes that are coming on our way for both employers and employees. And she's not going to talk about, because we have only 5 minutes. After that, next month, we are going to have a full call when the USCIS release the complete regulations and process for the H1B cap filings by employer and employees. Kavitha Garu, welcome to the Atmiya immigration call, and thank you very much for joining call, and really appreciate. Back to you, madam. We have I think Rajsekhar person Chaitanya Bhutti, they will moderate the call.
Okay.
Just now. Thank you. Thank you, Kavitha Garu.
Hello.
Kavitha Garu, back to you.
Yes,
Kavitha Garu, back to you.
Yes, I'm here. Thanks, Om Garu. I mean, again, English or Telugu, whatever your preference is, I'm fine.
Telugu madam, maximum Telugu unnaru.
Okay, Telugu. Thank you, Om Garu, for having me on the call. I really appreciate it. I know we've been trying to work out a schedule for a while. I am very happy to be here and be part of this organization, and I was joining just when someone was saying that it is important for a community to get together and share resources and be, united front. That is really a good objective to have, Kadandi. So that is really good. Without taking much time, I know Om Garu was telling that we're going to have a more detailed call to go over the nitty-gritties of the H1B cap. Just to give a quick synopsis of what we have learned from last year, what to expect this year, right? So just to give a quick synopsis, last year, what we learned is that USCIS is very serious about curbing the H-1B lottery registration violations. We have seen it, madam. Last year, we have went through these multiple registration issues. A lot of people did not file because I guess they were all surprised, even though as attorneys, we've been trying to tell that be very careful. A lot of companies got really surprised with USCIS's crackdown on registration violations, right? As we all know that this registration system started 2 years back, 2 to 3 years back, wherein it was simple, put the applicant, put the petitioner's information, give the beneficiary's name and the passport, and we are good to go. There's a lottery, we got picked up. Last year, what we saw was a huge multiple registrations, meaning that the same beneficiary applying to 10, 15, 20, I saw 50 also, the same beneficiary registering through so many companies. The rule said that if you have a related company, you cannot do multiple registrations, but everything else was open, right? So people took, I guess, advantage of that little loophole and did a lot of multiple registrations. But USCIS said the 2024 cap was, no, we are not going to do that. We are not allowing it. So we have seen a lot of the service issuing multiple registration notice of intent to deny cases for misrepresentation, fraud, and things like that. So this year, what USCIS has done is, and we will know more by the end of January, what and how they are going to achieve it, right? They said they're going to make this lottery more beneficiary centric. What they're trying to tell us is, okay, 10 companies can file for the same beneficiary, but when they are going to take the lottery, they are going to do it based on that one beneficiary only. So the beneficiary might have 10 registrations, but the lottery is only going to be done on that name. Now, what we don't know is that, okay, if 10 companies have registered for that beneficiary and he gets picked up, which company can file that case? We are not sure there yet. We are not sure how they're going to do that. So we are still waiting for certain guidance, even though they came out and said that it is going to be beneficiary centric cap this time. So be very careful. Please be wary about multiple registrations. I would recommend the beneficiary. I urge the beneficiaries, if there are any beneficiaries on the call, the employees, that don't try to, there is no increasing your chances by applying to multiple companies. Do your due diligence, pick the right employer, go for the cap. And I'm telling you, the chances of you getting picked up will increase if we follow the rules properly. One thing also we have to remember this year is they are talking about online filing of H1 for the 2025 cap. Again, we are still waiting for guidance on that. And as soon as we receive more guidance and how they are going to do it, how we are supposed to be submitting the documents and all, this is specifically for H1B 2025 cap, allowing us to file the cases online versus mail. Again, it is an individual choice. They are calling this online organizational accounts, that the employers also can file the H1Bs online. We are going to be watching that, and we will give you more information as we get more out of USCIS. The other thing also, as of February 26, everybody has to be aware that the premium processing fees are also increasing across the board. That is something we all have to be aware of, especially H1s, I-140s, certain I-539s, and certain I-765s, which are very important to our community. They're all, the premium processings are increasing. So we need to keep note of that. That is very important. The other thing also from last year, what we have noticed is a lot of 221Gs, a lot of inquiries from Department of State. A lot of people fail to understand that the Department of State and USCIS are two different organizations. they talk to each other, but they are ruled by different rules, different regulations. What USCIS follows, not necessarily the Department of State will follow. They have their own set of regulations. They have their own set of doing things. So we have to understand, getting an approval from USCIS is different from getting a stamping from Department of State. So we have to be very careful on those consular stampings also, because there has been delays in the consular level also. 221Gs are being issued left and right at certain consulates. Expecting more FDNS visits since the CAP 2024. They are doing a lot of FDNS, or the Department of State sending emails to your end client, or if you have an in-house project talking about it. And especially if you have a in-house project, be very careful for an FDNS visit. I know I'm going very quickly because I'm trying to cover a little bit of each. And the other one is because of the suspension of the KCC copy. I don't know if you remember last year, before last year, we used to send 2 copies of H1B petition, one to obviously USCIS Service Center, one to KCC, right? That has been suspended. Since that suspension, what is happening is now the Department of State's verifications have gone up a lot. I don't know what the relation between the suspension and the DOS's inquiry is going up a lot, but we seem to see that a lot. Last year, we've still seen some RFEs about availability of specialty work, which is obviously either a project or an in-house work you're doing with your beneficiary. That kind of issues were still we saw last year in the 2024 CAP. One thing good, what we did not see last year is the level 1, level 2 RFEs. Before the 2024 CAP, we saw a lot of why is this only a level 1? It should be level 2, level 3 when we were picking the wages. We used to see that a lot, but I would say in 2024 CAP, we have not seen it at that as that much. And what we also did not see last year is questioning the SOC title. So before, if we used any other title apart from software developer, we used to see a lot of RFEs. But CAP 2024, computer systems analyst, computer programmer, software developer all of this are fair game. We have not seen those RFEs targeting the SOC code. So that is a good thing. So that is there. And what else? But as I said, the new upcoming H1B CAP, we will know the exact dates on when the registration is going to be open. How is the beneficiary-centric random lottery going to affect the companies? Like what company can file that case? We don't know that. We are not sure. Everybody is talking in different sense, but we have not seen any guidance per se on how it's going to happen. We are expecting something for the end of this month to get us a good out view of what to expect on the H1B CAP 2025. Omgar, anything else you want me to add?
I think, thank you very much, madam. I think a lot of employers are there, 20+ employers. I think, definitely we need to have one call with the employers only exclusive. And
yes,
next
definitely.
week, next month we'll have one call with all the aspirants and H1B holders, one immigration call, madam. We need 2 hours of your time, definitely next month. I'll reach out to you. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much for overall giving the summary of the immigration changes and CAP, specific to this CAP 2024 and 25. Really appreciate. Now, Chaitanya, one disclaimer, madam, as a attorney also, can you put one disclaimer, madam, so that we have on record, people don't take this as legal advice. And
no. Madam. Yes, I did not give any information in this call, so it was a summary call. That's why I did not give my usual disclaimer. However, definitely a disclaimer is very important on record. This is not intended to be a legal opinion. This is for information disbursement only. If you have any questions regarding any of the legalities of this discussion or the information, you can call our offices 972-241-4698. Make an appointment with any one of our attorneys. We have 6 outstanding attorneys who can help you through this process, and we will be more than happy to talk to you one-on-one and get your information and give you more case specific or company specific advices.
Thank you, Kavitha garu. Really appreciate. Now,
ma'am, Kavitha garu, I have one more questions. When is the last date for this filing, ma'am?
We don't know yet. We will hear in January end. We will know exactly what is the window for it.
Yeah, sir, everyone, this is not the immigration Q&A. Immigration Q&A, please join the immigration group where you can answer. We can answer the questions. Next week, we'll schedule a call. Please, this is only for employer presentation. In general, overall H1B cap. Please, you need to understand, you need to pick up the right employer and everything. That's why Atmiya employers. That's why we're choosing this call. Please, no immigration questions. We will answer. Shashank will collect it. We'll answer it. Please join the immigration group. One last thing before we start the employer presentations. And one disclaimer from Atmiya side. Atmiya is not responsible for H1B cap or any kind of. It is between employer and employee. Atmiya employers, you have to talk to them directly. Atmiya will not involve in any of the process, will not involve in any transactions, any kind of your H1B filings. Atmiya is facilitating this call for the benefit of these members, and it can be aspirants, it can be employers. With that note, do not bring the Atmiya. Just Atmiya is a platform to empower our community members. We are bringing the information only. This call is on information purpose. Do not take his advice. We are not enabling any transaction. With that note, we want to hand out to our moderators. They are waiting for it. And employers, Chaitanya and Rajbasu, back to you. Thank you all.